Hello everyone, we're back live. We're at the job site. We've already dispersed about half of a dump truck to the property here that we're doing here. Landscape design and install, irrigation, flagstone walkway with a patio, plants everywhere, irrigation system, complete irrigation system. And right now we're doing the bark installation right now. So my guys are hauling wheelbarrows and cans of decorative redwood bark, and it looks really nice. So I'm gonna walk around the property a little bit and I'm gonna get back to work. So check it out. The guys loading up the cans right there. That's decorative redwood bark. I think this is the prettiest bark here in Santa Barbara, so it looks really good, really clean, and it makes the landscape look real nice. Alright. Guys working there, loading up the cans. We're gonna start carrying them. As you can see, we've been hauling the cans and making piles of bark. And then once we're done with that, we're gonna use the rake in our hands and we're gonna just level all the bark nice and even. So I'm gonna unload. I have. Aquí está lleno, aquí falta un poquito, ¿verdad? A ver, Jesús, te voy a poner a grabar un rato. Déjame ponerle para que digan que pues en veces trabajo, en veces el patrón trabaja.
¿Lo quieres narrado?
Puedes hablar en español, el comentario. Ya les dije que este es el bark del AgriTurf, del rojo, ese es el que se ve más bonito. Está quedando bien,
Sí.
fácil, dije, pues ahorita le podemos cambiar. Sí, no tan cerca hasta allá. Para allá, para asegurar que alcance. Aquí nomás terminarle aquí y luego la jaicita para que quede todo lo de aquí, finish.
Jorge, en la parte de enfrente, en la calle.
Ahorita da.
Eso es lo que quiere ahorita ya de una vez.
¿Ya te paraste?
Ya.
Ok. Grabarlos aquí. Alright, this is what the front looks like. We're on Santa Barbara Street here downtown. Beautiful Saturday. Love working with these guys. So when I do have the time, I like joining them and working with them because this is what we love to do. That's the flagstone walkway and patio area there. We're gonna install it with concrete footing there to make sure it'll last for a very, very long time. Look at that. All natural cut stone. It looks like I was short on the order, so I'm gonna have to get some more on Monday because this walkway is gonna continue all the way to the stairs there, and it's an olive tree. But we're gonna continue this walkway. It's gonna go around the left and right side of the olive tree, and it's gonna join right back into the stairway. It's gonna look good. That's our sign. What a very nice neighborhood this is. That's Jesus gently distributing the redwood bark. We want to make sure we don't damage the plants. Isn't that a beautiful color? Purple. Look at that, isn't that special? Yellow and pink. I'm gonna show you guys the irrigation system. So I think we have about 4 different stations, Jesus. ¿Cuántas estaciones tenemos?
9.
Pero de aquí enfrente.
Oh, de aquí enfrente además son 4.
So we-
Son 3.
Tres.
Pues,
So for the front yard, so there's 9 total valves for this home. And just for the front yard, it's 3 different stations. So 3 valves for different areas. I believe that's one area, that's one. And I think that's, actually I think this smaller planter here is connected to the front sidewalk planter. And then we got, that's 1, 2, and I think 3 is right and left side there. So everything's hooked up to drip irrigation, except some of the bigger plants. We have like an umbrella type micro sprayer. I like those because they have a higher rate of gallons per hour for the plants. So bigger trees require more water. So we want to make sure there's enough water distribution to the plants and trees so they'll survive. And I think right now we have it set up. Let me check with Jesus, the foreman. Jesus, 3 veces por semana? ¿Cuántos minutos?
media hora.
So we got 30 minutes, 3 times a week. Monday,
Thursday and Saturday.
Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So we have it scheduled for Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That way it's moist and watered throughout the week. So we're getting that optimal growth, especially when we have new plants. You want to make sure they're established, they root in well, and they grow vigorous, strong roots. Because if they have vigorous, strong roots, they're going to have vigorous, strong limbs, flowers, foliage, everything. So if you're wondering why my plant doesn't look so well, 80% of the time, it's the water. Even if you have bad soil, it's still gonna look pretty good if you water them well. So, but if you always use planting soil and amend the soil very well, and thoroughly water your plants, they're gonna do very well. And add some, use some organic fertilizer, every once in a while. I like to fertilize quite often, maybe once a month. Tres estaciones, so that's 3. So the new plant installation we've done for the front yard, it's all 3 different stations. Y de goteros, hay unas que tienen un gotero y 2, o la mayoría son...
No, las chiquitas tienen 1.
Okay. So the small plants have 1 drip emitter, and as they get bigger, the medium size have 2 drip emitters. And you want to have it evenly distributed on the left and right side. And if it's on the slope, you want to make sure it's above the slope, so when the drip irrigation is functioning, it's watering and it's covering the whole root ball as the water seeps down and drains down. Because if you put the drip emitter on the slope below the plant, it's missing the entire root ball and your plant will die. So, use some common sense and everything will work out well. Landscaping is actually very simple, very, very simple, but you gotta stick to the basics and just don't complicate it. Stick to the basics, water them well, use good soil, and all will be well. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to send me a message. Call us at 805-453-9551. Text us, email us, social media, whatever. Just contact us and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And we like to help the community here at Santa Barbara, so we love it here. There's a small plant right there, that lantana. We got 1 drip emitter. You see that? So I believe that's a 2 gallon per hour drip emitter. So we got 1 on that. See this little plant? We got 1 right there. You want to make sure it's as close as possible to the center of the root ball. Look at that. And make sure you use staples, landscape staples. You see that? Right there. If you don't use a landscape staple, give it a few weeks or a few months, these spaghetti lines hooked up to the drip emitters will move, and then if you're off by a few inches, I mean, your plant will die. They're very sensitive because, I mean, drip irrigation is so efficient. If you're off by, you know, even for a few inches, you could completely miss the entire root ball of the plant or tree. Man, what's going on with this one? Looks dry. But I talked to Jesus about that. See if that's what it looked like when they planted it in. But once this is established, you know, these grasses normally grow right back. You just gotta cut them down. I don't think it should look like that though. Shouldn't look like that. So ask Jesus about that. Jesus? Hay un zacate que está seco, no sé si ya estaba así o a lo mejor no está agarrando la planta. O a lo mejor así es. ¿Sí? ¿Es así el estilo?
Yo le dije que
¿Estaba verde cuando la plantaron? Let's take a look at the grass. So it's a little bit greener.
estaba un poco más verde. Estaba así como esto.
Ajá.
Como estas varitas de aquí.
¿Todo?
Todo. Pero.
¿Será mucha agua?
Oh, sí, tiene demasiada agua.
So le tenemos que dejarla acerar.
No, pero o sea, me refiero, ha tenido suficiente agua de las veces que cuando se plantó se le puso agua, luego después se le volvió a poner más.
Entonces, maybe it's too much. Let's try it.
No creo, está bien mojado.
Por eso hay que cerrarle para que se seque.
Ya casi no tiene mucha.
O ya no, ya le regulaste.
Yo le regulé.
Okay, so we believe maybe it's been overwatered, but these grasses are very hardy. They'll grow back, but I think what we gotta do is let the soil dry out, give it a dry period, and then water it again once it's fully dry. So we're gonna just cut off. The neat thing about these drip emitters, they got little nozzles here. You can increase and decrease the water flow. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna, since it's very wet and very moist, maybe it's just been overwatered, we're gonna just close it off completely and just let the soil dry out and see if we get some growth from it. But I'm optimistic, so I'll record this at a later date. Hopefully it should survive. We got some jasmines here, beautiful plants. The client was very nice to give the crew, purchase tacos and chips and soda. So we're very grateful, very nice for going above and beyond for us and supplying the crew tacos for them to eat for lunch and snack. It's just the community here. It's just amazing. Everybody's great. We love working with people. And we love to take care of them as best as we can with what we know, and that's landscaping. So feel free to message me, call me for any comments, concerns, questions. Hey, if we're doing something wrong, if you see something we're doing wrong, please let me know. Call me, email me, message me. We're here to learn. I'm new to this business. Well, I've been doing landscaping for 15 years, but running and operating my own business, I gotta learn everything. So there's always something I'm learning, and if you see something that I've made mistakes or something that's wrong, hey, message me, let me know, and I'll correct it. That's the type of person I am. That's the type of people we are here. We learn from our mistakes, and we're always trying to improve to maximize the results for everyone. So yeah, don't be afraid to give us a call, and we love to learn, because somebody always knows something more than you. ¿Ya se acabó el mulch? El bark? Yeah. Looks like we're cleaning up. Looks like we're unloaded. There was about, I want to say about 7 or 8 cubic yards of bark we unloaded. And that took about, it took us about an hour. Between 4 of my guys, it took us about an hour to unload a full dump truck, about 8 cubic yards. So we got enough for the front and the two, actually 1, 2, 3 planters, 4. So we're gonna need another dump truck full of bark to complete. We want to make sure we get at least 3 inches of bark. I like to do 4 because it just sticks very well at 4, and it helps prevent a lot more weeds at 4 as the bark decomposes, and it just looks finished. You know, because if you skimp on the bark, it just makes the whole landscape not look tidy, neat, and clean. So right now what we're going to start doing is even out the bark throughout the plants and make sure everything looks even, make sure the thickness is right. And unfortunately for us, the AgriTurf supplies where we purchase our bark, they're closed. They close at 2 today on Saturdays, and they're closed on Sundays. So we won't be able to continue this project until Monday. It'd be nice if they'd be open every day. Maybe we just like to work. This is fun for us. Look at that tree. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll be back shortly.